Here we go. Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here today, and I had a whole video I worked on today, but I scrapped that bad boy because some juicy BioShock info rolled across the news desk, and I just had to talk about it. Now, I'm very excited to see what 2K does with the BioShock franchise, but on the other hand, I'm not, because we saw job listings suggesting monetization, live service models, multiplayer, things that you don't really associate with what's great about the BioShock franchise. So I'm excited and not excited. I know a lot of you like that meme from Avengers, like, don't give me hope. So me letting you know right off the rip that there's gonna be a lot of different things with this BioShock game when we finally do see it is my way of eliminating any hope. So we're all on neutral ground now. What do we have to talk about today? Well, we have a potential setting for the next BioShock game, thanks to a teaser site that's been uncovered by BioShock fans through a BioShock 2 DLC. It's kind of crazy, and it reminds me of the Survivor 2299. So we're gonna break all of that down today, what exactly this all means. So let's get into it. But before that, if you are new, be sure to subscribe. You see this right here? You see this little graph? I did a little experiment. I stopped reminding you all to subscribe. And you know what happened? The amount of daily subs dipped severely, like almost 70%. I tried to give you guys a chance, but now I'm gonna bug you every single time about our 400K goal, all right? We gotta do this together, team. This is a team effort, all right? Let's do this. In all seriousness, I'm a huge BioShock fan, so if you're looking for more BioShock information, you are in the right place. Now, let's dig in. The last time we had heard about the BioShock franchise was about in December of 2019 when Cloud Chamber Studios was revealed, and they were originally known as 2K Novato, but they are going to be working on future entries in the BioShock franchise. Now, there are some Irrational Games vets that are working on this BioShock game, some very important figures at that, so I do feel confident in what this studio will produce. It's just about how monetized it's really going to be. That's all what it boils down to, in my opinion. Still, at the time of this announcement, they said that the next BioShock game or their project won't be out for a number of years. But what they didn't tell you, and this information comes from formerly of Kotaku's Jason Schreier, is that the game had been in development since 2015, and it has been rebooted since, hence its lengthy development time and why we haven't seen anything from the BioShock franchise that is new since Infinite. And that was 2013. But the year I want you to keep in mind right now is 2015. So as I said, BioShock 2's DLC ties into this, specifically Minerva's Den. In the remastered collection, there are these brand new punch cards that you can decode the Morse code for. Now, 2 months ago, someone did this, and they said that the brand new punch cards revealed there's always a lighthouse.com. Now, given the fact that this is in the game itself, it does mean the website we are looking at is official, because when you go there right now, what you see is a bunch of stars with a lighthouse in the middle of it. Even more interesting, when you right-click the page and click Save As, you receive a file name known as Stay Tuned. Okay, so before we go any further, let's pause and speculate a little bit. We've had BioShock underwater, we've had BioShock in the sky. I always felt like the most logical conclusion was either going deep underground to some like rock cavern or going into outer space. I know a lot of us have speculated outer space for the BioShock franchise for a long while. And if you want anything that's kind of like BioShock in space, take a look at Prey, a really criminally underrated game from this generation that I enjoyed a lot. It wasn't perfect. There was quite a bit of the illusion of choice, but still, it has a very great story, some excellent gameplay. It's by Arcane Studios, so there's a lot of flexibility there. And I really think if you're a fan of BioShock, you'll naturally become a fan of Prey. Anyways, I feel BioShock in space has always made sense. It's most defined by its setting. It always has to be very much a thing that stands out. I can't wait to see how it all ties into the BioShock lore. Like, Rapture was created so man could be free. Then you have Columbia, which was created because they seceded from the United States. And then it's like, what happens in outer space? What sent humanity to create a utopia in outer space, right? Because that's another core theme of BioShock. It's the utopia that turns into a dystopia. What occurs up there? What draws people to go up into outer space? That's why I'm genuinely very excited to see what this setting is. But it's clear that they are teasing BioShock in space, which I think is awesome. What's even crazier to me is that this website has been around for 3 years, 10 months, and 12 days, and we are just talking about it now in the beginning of 2020, beginning mid part. We're further than 25%, whatever. Still, I told you guys, remember the year 2015. We had this website that was created in 2016, and it was launched around the same time as the BioShock collection, which was BioShock 1, 2 remastered alongside Infinite, all in one group. I think 2K was planning on revealing this website with this brand new game, and then they rebooted it because the project wasn't going in their direction. For me, the timing between the September release date of the collection, then you have the website that is registered around that same time period, and now we do know we have a dedicated studio to BioShock, it all just adds up perfectly where I can't strike it as a coincidence. And obviously more BioShock is on the way. In just a little bit over a week, we have BioShock the Collection coming to the Nintendo Switch, something that I'm absolutely picking up, by the way. I cannot wait because it's just such a great fit, and plus BioShock on the go, are you kidding me? Even though I'm not really going anywhere right now, right? But BioShock in bed. Okay, there we go. Anyway, with this website gaining traction, we still have stay tuned there. That could mean something's coming soon, but I think the most notable piece of information here is the space with a lighthouse there. And the lighthouse connects to Infinite. That's the other thing. I thought this would have been a reboot to the series of some kind because it's been so long, and I feel like what Ken Levine had created should just stay as is, right? Like, let that trilogy of games rest. And I know Ken didn't work on BioShock 2, but you get what I'm saying. Let the high point of the series rest and try to create something new separately. But when there's always a lighthouse, that brings us back to BioShock Infinite and the themes of that game and the story of that game and the infinite amount of universes within that game. So to me, man, I don't know if they're gonna try to connect this to Infinite. They're playing a really dangerous ball game if they are, but still, it is quite exciting to know that we have more BioShock heading our way. Another point of discussion worth visiting is the expiration date of the website. It is July 6th of 2020. Now, this date is significant for BioShock lore experts because this very day in history, not the year, but July 6th, was the time that Columbia has seceded and went up into the sky. And when you connect that to the lighthouse, there's always a lighthouse, it's seeming more and more like this game will be a direct connection to BioShock Infinite. With that being said, is July 6th the deadline for them to make a move? I wouldn't say so. That's just when the domain will expire, meaning that they could renew it whenever they want and whenever they're comfortable making an announcement. But there is also the possibility that when we're seeing more BioShock in just a couple of weeks, that the window is there for 2K to make a move and announce something BioShock related. Even if it's something just like a teaser trailer, we do know the game is not as close as we had hoped it would have been when they announced Cloud Chamber Studios, so it could be a game that's coming out in, say, 2022, but I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a teaser trailer. Still, the one thing worth noting is this expiration date, and if they don't renew it, then maybe it has nothing to do with their plans at all. That's always another serious point of speculation to cover. If this has nothing to do with what they are planning, does this mean that BioShock is not being set in space? Is this something that was planned for the BioShock game before it got rebooted? Is this a part of the rebooted vision? Was space always the thing? A lot of question marks on that front, so we won't know until we obviously officially see the game. Hopefully soon. I mean, this year is just a crapshoot when it comes to game announcements because it's just a Wild West scenario. You just wake up, has anything been announced? Nope, okay. Next day maybe. We don't really have any conferences or dates to plan things around. There's no real awareness of when things are gonna happen, so they just happen. But anyway, that's what makes this type of discovery really special. So thank you to the users on Reddit who decoded this, who helped discover this, put it out there for people like myself to find out. I'll have all of that linked in the description down below. I know this isn't, like I said, particularly brand new, I put in quotes, but it's brand new in the terms of no one's talking about it except like one section on Reddit, and this is significant. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love to know what you think about this BioShock teaser in the comments down below. Fire away, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. Big thank you to all the patrons. We just passed a brand new record today of 200 plus patrons, and I'm at a loss for words. Seriously, I'm just continuing to grind away at making videos, making sure every day you guys have something to look forward to, because I know for some people, like, the videos are just helping, and I just know it's like a return favor. You guys are helping me continue to do this. It's just the cycle of life, and so I can't say how much I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll talk with you soon. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.